Once upon a time, in a small Italian town, there was a tiny Fiat named Gigi. Gigi wasn't your typical flashy car, he was small, round, and sometimes confused for a rolling tomato. One sunny morning, Gigi decided he wanted to prove he could be fast. So he challenged the town's sleek sports car, a shiny Ferrari named Ferruccio, to a race. The townspeople gathered, popcorn in hand, expecting a quick zoom and a Ferrari victory. The race began. Ferruccio shot off like a rocket, leaving Gigi wobbling behind, honking frantically. But then, oh no! Ferruccio's driver sneezed allergies, and the car swerved into a pile of pasta boxes. Spaghetti. Gigi, determined, slowly rolled past, honking proudly like a tiny trumpet. He crossed the finish line with a proud beep beep, and the townspeople cheered. Not because he was fast, but because he made it at all without toppling over. From that day on, Gigi the Fiat became famous, not for speed, but for heart, courage, and the occasional comedic wobble. And whenever anyone asked, the townspeople would say, fast, maybe not, adorable, absolutely, and always ready for a pasta detour. Open-mouth smile. After his famous, slow but proud, race, Gigi the Fiat became a local celebrity. Everyone in town waved whenever he passed, and kids would chase him down the street, hoping for a friendly honk. But Gigi was dreaming bigger, he wanted to see the world. One morning, he packed his tiny trunk with essentials. A map though he could barely read it, world map. A rubber chicken for moral support chicken. And a scarf, because Gigi liked to look fancy on road trip scarf. He set off down the highway, wobbling like a rolling tomato in the wind. The first stop, Venice. But Gigi got distracted by a gondola race and accidentally ended up in the canals. Yes, he floated. Somehow, his tiny tires acted like pontoons, and tourists cheered, look. A car boat. Next, he tried the mountains. Gigi bravely climbed a steep hill, honking all the way, when suddenly, a goat joined him. Goat ran beside him like a co-pilot, munching leaves and offering moral support. By the time he reached Rome, Gigi had become an accidental legend, the car that couldn't go fast but somehow got everywhere. Statues of him with the rubber chicken on the hood even appeared in the town square. And so, Gigi the Fiat proved, you don't need speed to be a hero. Sometimes all it takes is wobble, charm, and a little bit of pasta luck. Spaghetti. After conquering Venice and charming Rome, Gigi the Fiat got a wild idea. If I can wobble across Italy, maybe I can race in Formula 1. He rolled up to the grand racetrack, where sleek, roaring cars were lined up, engines growling like lions. Gigi, in his tiny, round glory, parked in the middle and honked confidently. The other cars snickered. Is that a toy? One Ferrari whispered. The race started. Vroom, zoom. Gigi wobbled forward at a majestic 10 kilometers per hour. Turtle. Meanwhile, the other cars shot past like comets. But then, something magical happened. A bird swooped down and dropped a sandwich on Gigi's windshield. Sandwich. He slowed to catch it. A distracted driver spun out trying to avoid a runaway goat. Yes, the same goat from the mountains. Goat. Gigi's tiny horn somehow activated the track's sprinklers, causing a sudden slippery chaos. Sweat droplets. By the end, all the fancy race cars were either stuck, sliding, or chasing runaway goats. Gigi crossed the finish line last, but he still got a trophy, most memorable racer. Trophy. From that day on, Gigi became the unofficial mascot of Formula 1, proving once again. You don't need to be fast to win, sometimes, all you need is a wobble, a rubber chicken, and a little pasta luck. Spaghetti chicken. And legend says, on quiet nights, you can hear Gigi's tiny honk echoing across Italy. Beep. Victory. Cool. After his chaotic Formula 1 debut, Gigi the Fiat became famous across all of Italy. He got fan mail, spaghetti-shaped keychains, and even a small statue in a gelato shop. But Gigi wanted something bigger, a real adventure. One morning, he decided to join a wedding parade in Naples. The problem? He had no idea what a wedding parade actually looked like. As soon as he rolled in, horns blaring proudly, chaos erupted. The bride's dress got caught on Gigi's tiny antenna. Bride. The wedding band thought his horn was part of the music and started playing Beep Beep Symphony. Trumpet. A herd of ducks from a nearby fountain decided to follow him like a royal entourage. Duck, duck, duck. By the end, the wedding guests were cheering, the bride was laughing, and Gigi, proud as ever, rolled away with an entire wedding cake stuck to his roof. Shortcake. Not stopping there, Gigi heard about a famous spaghetti eating contest in Bologna. Naturally, he entered, as the spaghetti delivery car. Somehow, in the middle of the contest, the pasta slid off the table and covered him entirely. When he emerged,